It's not doing it now, so I think we're fine.
Okay, good.
All right, we're back. My apologies. We were last week when we were practicing, we were having some audio issues, and so we tried using our calling each other and doing it with the audio from the phone, and it worked. So that's what we were doing. So
This says
y'all,
yay sound. I guess it's
oh,
working
good,
now.
good. All right. Well, we said a whole bunch of stuff. It's over with now.
Thanks for coming, y'all. We'll see you later.
Yeah, it's over with. Thanks, guys. Good to see y'all. I think what I was saying a second ago was this is officially my first YouTube live with the Q&A thing. I think I've done a couple of performance things that may have been on YouTube live, but this is kind of the maiden voyage here. So send us your grace tonight. We're just kind of getting some practice in here, but I see you guys, and it's cool to be in this room. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. What's going on, Tony? Tony Sims?
Sir, how are you?
Man, I'm good. I'm really great.
We were just talking before the microphones were working. We were talking about the 4th of July weekend and how cool that was to celebrate America 250. And I think we both got some good fireworks in and celebrated a little bit. So that was cool.
Yeah, we opted out on downtown. We decided to stay out here in the hood, in the Brentwood hood, and stay away from the crazy chaos. We chose a lesser chaos, you know.
Good choice.
But it was great, man. And what a great time to be alive. What a great thing to see and celebrate with your kids, you know.
Definitely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
all.
Hey, I got a question. So on my flag that hangs outside my house,
Yeah.
we love having an American flag hanging outside our house, but I don't know if it's the kind of flag that we bought or what, but it just wraps all the time. It's always wrapped. And my question is, are there like weights that you can buy to like put on the bottom of your flag to kind of keep it, shape like the shape you want to see it in?
Indeed, there are. Yeah, there's you buy these little magnets and they
Okay,
just clip onto the flag and they're weights. Yeah.
nice. Send me a link.
Send you an Amazon
Send
link.
me to the flag weight store.
You
So.
got it. I'll write that down.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for jumping in with us and hanging out on my YouTube channel. It's so great to be here with y'all. We got a lot of cool stuff to talk about. Excited to talk about new tour dates and a new single. And we have a cruise coming up next year. And we're doing some giveaways tonight. And excited to answer your questions too. So, hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday afternoon. Yep. Jess, I remember in the beginning, in our little fail in the beginning when we started this thing, Jessica had a question. I don't know if Jessica's still there. She may have bailed on us because there was no audio. But Jessica, you get first dibs on questions. I know you had a question loaded up, so if we see you, I'll try to answer it for you. Hey, from hey Michigan, good to see you guys. It looks like we got a couple people coming this weekend to the shows. So excited about that. I'm going to be in Atmore, Alabama this Thursday, Etowah, Tennessee on Friday. I got some pretty reliable intel on how to pronounce that. It took me a little while. I did a little, uh, some. I threw some that question out, to see if there were any Tennesseans that could help me make sure I was saying it right. And I believe it's Etowah. Wrong. And then I'm going to be in Winterville, Georgia on Saturday. So it's going to be a packed weekend of traveling and playing some country music. So what's this about house tours? I don't know. What is this about house tours? I saw that. I don't know. Oh, house tours. She's talking about the
VIP.
VIP shows. I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess we can talk about that. So the VIP shows is kind of a concept that, and I have to give Tony credit on doing these things. It's kind of like it's just a private experience, and it's real intimate. It's not a venue per se, and it's not a normal show that you would buy tickets to go see. It's if you want me to come sing for a special occasion. I've done everything from, big, huge backyard celebrations, uh, wedding anniversaries to, you name it. And it's whatever you want to have me come and perform at, and you kind of have me for the day. And I've been everywhere from Wisconsin to Arizona to all the way deep south to do these, and they're so fun. And I've met so many wonderful people doing them, and it's just me and a guitar, and they're really special. I've enjoyed doing them. So I hope that answers your question. And if you want to know more about how to book those, Tony's got an email for you. You can. What last time we put it in the chat? Are you able to put that email in the chat, Tony?
I'm not seeing a way for me to do that. I'll keep looking. Um,
Okay.
there is an email though that you can send those inquiries to, which is Brian White Tour at proton So Brian White Tour at proton.me, and those inquiries will come in. I'll get in touch with you. We will get your event lined up, make it work for you, however that'll work best, and then we'll put Brian on a plane, train, automobile, tour bus, whatever it takes, and get him out to you, and he'll be yours for the day for not only a concert, a private concert for you and your invited folks or loved ones or friend or neighborhood or venue, but you'll also get some one-on-one time with Brian and autographs and photos and social media videos and whatever you all want to do. So it's a really cool, I think, unique experience for a fan to be able to have direct access to one of their favorite artists. And so it's something that we're trying to make as doable as possible. There is an associated fee, of course. I can't send them all over the country for free. I wish I could, but we do try to make it as affordable as possible. And just to throw this out there, recently, what I've been seeing is a lot of fans in a certain area are banding together. Maybe two, three, four people will band together to share costs to get Brian to come to their town to do a private VIP in that way. So just something to consider. But it's pretty special. It's cool to watch that happen.
Am I going to do any Christmas shows this year? Somebody said, yeah, I think December's completely full. I think every weekend in December is full. So you might call that a Christmas tour because I'll be doing probably about half Christmas music and half my stuff in all of those shows. So yes, if I had it my way, I'd be doing a Christmas tour all year because I love that music.
Christmas in July, right?
Yes, exactly. Somebody's really missed seeing me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Hey, hey, Mandy, what's going on, Mandy? So you guys are in my YouTube room. I want to say thanks to all of my subscribers out there worldwide. I know I have a lot of fans all over the world, from the Philippines to the UK to Australia, New Zealand, even in Japan. I have a lot of fans around the world, and I just want to say thank you for being a part of my YouTube channel, and excited to be in this room doing some fun stuff. So we can't wait to hear "Glory of Love." July 17th isn't far away. You are right. I'm looking for the name attached. Forgive me, Caitlin. I think that's right. So I think that's Caitlin. Yes, I have a new single that will be out next Friday. Is that right, Tony? Next Friday?
I believe that's right.
Yep. And we get to celebrate the release of it. We're going to be playing a show, Tony and I, for the Twister in Park City, Kansas next Friday. So it's going to be we'll get to celebrate together, and excited about having new music out this Friday. And it's a commemorative uh, cover of a song that I've loved since I saw that movie when I don't know how old would I have been in 1986. um, it's always stuck with me, that song "Glory of Love," and I'm a huge Peter Cetera fan, and it's just exciting to have my own version coming out. The 40th, the 40th anniversary of the movie's release and the song's release. So really cool.
I can say this as a fan first, and I've had the luxury of being able to listen to this track already. In fact, I can't stop playing it, but I can say Bryan's version beats the original, and I think all you Bryan fans will agree. I couldn't be more excited for y'all to get it and stream it. It's going to put a big smile on your face.
Well, and I'll have to interject here too. Tony is very humble, but he played a ripping guitar solo on this track, and honored to have you playing electric guitar on this track with me, man. I think it's not only the coolest thing that you and I have been on together, but it might be the coolest thing I've ever done. It is a really epic recording, and we got to do it together. So fun.
I think it may be your best work of all time. I don't want to hype it up too much, but it might be the best thing that's ever been done on the planet Earth.
Well, I thanks, man. I appreciate it. It wouldn't have been great without you being a part of it, man. So I couldn't play a solo like that, dude. So
What an honor for me, as you know, we've talked about it. A little bit
so
of a dream come
I have
true.
to tell
Honor to
y'all.
be on there.
I got to tell. I didn't tell you this, Tony, but I got to tell all you guys out there a story. So we did a little staycation kind of thing for the 4th of July. We went to a hotel here not far from us and did like a day pass because they have their really cool pool, and we don't have a pool. I wish we did. And I don't ever go underwater, but I went underwater that day. I was swimming with my kids, and I couldn't get the water to come out of the right side of my ear, and it went on for, and it went on until today. And I called today, and I went into this ear doctor. It's a place called Ears for You, and I go in, and she runs a scope in both sides, and for the first thing she says is, "Oh my." And so she showed me on the monitor, on the computer monitor, my ear was so clogged. I haven't been able to hear out of my right ear for 3 days. And she said, "You just have your entire ear canal is completely blocked with wax buildup." And I don't know
Wow,
if that's like 25 years of just having in ears, playing gigs, and just and she goes, "I'm about to change your life." So she gets this thing out, man. And it would the only way I can explain it, it's like having a run in your ears through the car wash. It was like having the world's largest Q-tip, swirling around in your ear. And she cleared out both of my ears, and I had a before and after picture, and it's pretty gross. But I mean, man, I walked out of there feeling like I could hear into 2028 or something. I could hear the future. You know what I mean? So guess what I did? The first thing I did, I put Glory of Love in, and I turned it up as loud as I could, and I was like, "Oh my God, I can hear." So
that's incredible.
man, so I got my hearing back, and I'm ready to play some shows this weekend. But man, I'll tell you what, when you lose
That's
when you get your hearing gets dampened like that, it concerns you because you're like, man, I need my ears.
that's a really good hack that I actually did learn about probably 12 years ago. And so every couple of years now, I'll go in and just get a good professional cleaning, and you feel like a whole new human, don't you?
Man, it
It's
was
amazing.
really it was life changing. I mean, I felt like I wanted to hug everybody in the office. I was like, thank you so much. If I could, I
That's
would
awesome.
put that before and after picture up, but some of you may not. You may have you may have a, a it might gross you out or something. So maybe I'll refrain from
Leave
that.
it
But
to the
man,
imagination.
it was a life changer, man. Good stuff. So that has nothing
Well,
really to
Gloria
do with
Love,
anything that we're talking about.
I was going to circle us back. Yeah. Gloria Love is, it's so cool for so many reasons, but we touched on it a little bit on Instagram and I think on Facebook too. But If you don't mind just telling the connectivity, story and piece there, I think is pretty interesting.
Yeah, for everybody out there, "Glory of Love" is I'm doing a commemorative cover of Peter Cetera's big hit from the '80s, 1986, from the movie The Karate Kid Part Two. And when I started working on this track and getting into it, it wasn't until we were like in mix mode. One day I was talking to Tony, and I said, "Man, I just realized." I've worked with pretty much everybody on that original recording, which is really unique and such a cool blessing. I've done a couple things with Peter Cetera. Paul Lime, the drummer, has played on a ton of my hits. He played on "So Much for Pretending" and Rebecca Lynn and "From This Moment On," and he played on Lionel Richie's records and all the music in the Star Wars Cantina. He played on that. I mean, just unbelievable. And then Dan Huff. Dan Huff played on a lot of my records. Dan played on so much pretending, but Dan also produced a big hit for me called "God Gave Me You," which oddly enough, I sang that vocal for "God Gave Me You" in this vocal booth that I'm in right now. And so I worked with Dan Huff, and then who else? Michael Omardian. I worked with Michael Omardian on "From This Moment On." He played piano on "From This Moment On," and he also produced a duet that I did with Amy Grant one time. So, and Michael, I love Michael, and we actually used to go to church together, and so it's just crazy, just all of the, and then of course David Foster, who's one of the songwriters. I worked with David on a movie called Quest for Camelot. So man, it really is a small world. It's just really unique how I'm connected in some way or other with all of these people involved with this original recording. So, and then another
Very
thing,
cool.
last time we were chatting, I was sitting right here, and I was just going, wait a second. I sang the vocal to "Glory of Love" right here too. I sang it in this actual booth. So a lot of cool stuff has happened right here, standing right here singing. I did the vocal for "Still Beautiful," a bunch of my records I did right here. So just crazy. The more you start talking about things, you get triggered with different things, and you go, "Oh yeah, by the way." So
Very cool. Well, and that's available for pre-save, right? Like on all streaming platforms right now. So
yep, I shared the
encourage
link
everybody to
again
go
today.
get that.
I shared the link again today. It's in my bio on Instagram and on TikTok, so you guys can go there if you want to pre-save it. I pre-saved it.
So did I.
So
Awesome. We are going to give away some concert tickets tonight, and we're going to give away a couple of signed T-shirts as well. Is that right?
correct. That is correct, sir.
And we're going to do that at the end of this session, right? So if y'all want to
Yep.
win some free tickets or let us mail you a signed T-shirt, hang out with us until the end, and we're gonna select some winners tonight. So that'll
Yeah,
be fun.
absolutely. And just to make sure you guys know, they're specific. The ticket giveaways are specific to this weekend's dates. Um, Atmore, Alabama, Etowah, Tennessee, and Winterville, Georgia. There'll be more giveaways for shows down the road, but tonight is specific to those dates. So stick around.
And the
Argentina.
well, oh wow,
Yeah, man, I didn't say Argentina. I'm so sorry. There's a lot of places I have fans, and apparently Argentina is one of them. So, hey to Argentina and all my fans there. Hope you guys are doing well.
that's awesome. The release date you touched on it for a minute, but the release date of Glory of Love is Friday, July 17th, and we are playing a show in Park City, Kansas that night. Do you want to talk about that show for a minute because it's a little bit unique in that the tickets are free to that show
Yep.
via the Twister,
Yeah, the
right?
tickets are free. It's 105 the Twister in Wichita, but you have to go to the website and they direct you to the free tickets. So you kind of have to go through their portal to get the tickets, but nonetheless, the tickets are free. So it's a free listener appreciation show. It's going to be at Gillies in Park City, and we're going to be playing about an hour show and hanging out with fans. So,
And celebrating the release of Gloria Love.
amen.
It's going to be awesome.
Yes. I see Yuma on
Well, how
there.
about some of
Hey
the?
to Yuma, Arizona there.
You can just touch on some of these other dates you've got coming up in July, past this weekend, which you've already mentioned. But
Hmm.
Friday, July 17th, Park City, Kansas. Saturday, July 18th, you'll be in Dansville, Illinois. Danville, rather.
Yep.
Thursday, July 23rd, you'll be in Somerset, Kentucky. Friday, July 24th, you'll be in Lenoir, North Carolina.
Yep.
And then Friday, July 31st, you're doing a show with Terry Clark up in Litchfield, Minnesota at the Meeker County Fairgrounds there. So that'll be cool.
Yep. You'll be
And
there. You'll be melting
I believe you got
faces.
it might happen. We'll see. You got Jackson coming along with you for some of this too, don't you?
Yeah, Jackson will be with me in Litchfield. He'll be playing, and then I'm doing a couple of cafe shows in Excelsior, Minnesota, the 318 Cafe, and it's billed as a father son show, so we're going to be just throwing it back and forth to each other and playing songs together and letting him do his own thing, and so it is. I can't tell you, Tony, how cool it is to bring my kid with me and let him shine and do his thing and it lets me just sit back and beam with as a dad and watch him do his thing, and I get to be the hired hand. I get to play guitar, so
That's the coolest thing in the world, really.
absolutely, man. um you're coming to Excelsior. I see somebody coming in some Minnesota stuff. Can't wait to hear the song, Brian. Thank you. I'm excited for you to hear it. Yep. Jack and I have it's weird, Tony. I know you know this, but Uh, a lot of people want to see Jack at my shows, and they're like, "Is Jack coming with you? Is Jack coming with you?" And he thinks that's so cool, and I do too. And so we've been getting certain offers to come do some of those, father son type of things, and it's working out here and there that we're able to do, some smaller venues together and do it that way. And in fact, there's one. I think October 23rd and 24th, we're going to be in Lake Orion, Michigan at 20 Front Street. And so we're going to be doing kind of the same thing there. And there's been some other little things people asking, but we haven't been able to work them out. But there will be more, shows with Jack and I doing stuff together, build as a Manitoba, Canada. Yep. Hey, hope you guys are doing well up there. Man, it's been too long since I've been up there.
You'll be dipping your toe in the Canadian waters next fall, though, for a moment, won't you?
I will. That's something I'm excited about, dude. Cause I don't know if any of you guys out there know how much I love New England. I just love the vibe. The food is awesome. I love the harbors, the scene. I love lighthouses up there, and I just don't get up there enough. So I'm looking forward to this cruise. You guys, we're doing a Norwegian cruise next October. We're launching October 3rd to October 10th, and I'm so excited to do it with my friend Colin Ray. We've done one cruise together, and he's one of my dear, dear friends. And so we get to run up the East Coast into New England next year. So if you guys are interested, just go check us out, check the cruise line out, and book your trip with us and come hang out with us. It's gonna be awesome. And you get to come, dude. You get to come play guitar with me and bring your bride and your beautiful daughter. So that's gonna be fun, man.
Fun for the whole family.
Yes, sir.
Can you share? This person said, "Can you share your best experience or funny story when you were out with Leanne Rhymes?"
Oh, I love that. I'm glad you asked that. I love when people ask those kind of questions. My funniest memory. Well, there was everybody was always messing with each other on the road, and I think it was all in good fun and friendliness. But when you're out there and you got 100+ dates on the books, and things get monotonous, everybody kind of gets a little stir crazy. So everybody kind of starts messing with each other and playing jokes and pranking each other. There were just moments on the road sometimes where I remember one specific night after the shows were over and the crew was packing up and we had already done our meet and greets, and somebody had bought, 6 or 7 super soaker water guns, and half of Leanne's people had them and half of us had them, and it just became this big, water balloons and super soakers fight, and it was just a classic. I'll never forget that. And I think it was in Florida, so no better place to have a water gun fight than Florida when it's blistering hot outside. So
That's awesome.
yeah. I love Leanne, by the
This
way.
per
She's awesome, and we still keep in good touch. I'm hoping that somewhere down the road we get to grace the stage together and do a run or do a tour together down the road. It would be so fun.
this person said, "Any stories with Loretta Lynn or Clay Walker?"
I have stories with both of them. The first show I ever went to ever in my life was Loretta Lynn. It was at Doc's, a
Wow.
place called Doc's Everson's in Oklahoma City, and my mom's band was the opening act for Loretta. And so
Wow.
my brother and I got to go to the show, and my mom bought us both roses to walk up to the front of the stage and hand them to Loretta. And I actually have a picture of me handing Loretta a rose, and it was freezing cold outside. It
Wow.
was like February, and fast forward, I got to do something where I was doing a tribute to her. It was Skip Ewing and a bunch of artists and myself at the Opry House, and I have a picture from that night, and she always said I love you, and she when she'd give me a hug, she'd go, I just love you, Brian White. She just always said that, and she said, I just love your singing and I love you. And she's always the sweetest lady in the world, and I'm so glad I have just at least one little, couple little small experiences with her. But man, how full circle is that, handing her a rose when I'm probably 14 years old, and then I get to hang out with her later on. So pretty crazy.
That's super crazy. That's awesome.
And let me say this, that is, in my opinion, I don't share my opinion often, but in my opinion, that is the best biopic that's ever been filmed. I think The Coal Miner's Daughter, it's impeccable. The reality is so great. Usually for musicians, we all can't stand to watch biopics because there's always something that's not realistic to us. It's just, you know what I mean, Tony. It's like you see certain things and you're just like, oh man, that's not how it is at all. But that movie was just right on it. They had their thumb right on it, and Sissy Spacek was just incredible. I mean, she just became Loretta, and I just remember watching that when I was a kid, and it made such a huge impact on me as a songwriter. So anyway, enough about that. I could go on that for quite a while. So
That's very, very cool. And so many great comments here tonight.
I know,
Out of all the songs you have sung, do you have a favorite one? Of course, you don't have a favorite one, or do you?
man. I don't work in favorites. It's really hard to find a favorite. You know, I always say I love to sing "Love Is the Right Place" live. It's just a fun song, and it's just a great melody, and it allows me to soar and get up there. And and have fun, and the crowd usually sings that with us, and I just love the message, and so that's one of my favorites to sing live. But as far as picking a favorite of mine, gosh, I really don't know. I always say the one I just finished writing is the one that's my favorite, you know. So that's a tough one.
Do you remember shooting the music video for "Love Is the Right Place"? Because I remember when that came out, and y'all were jumping on stuff, and I think you had some cool glasses on, and do you remember shooting that video?
Oh yeah, I remember shooting that video. We shot it here in Nashville, and everybody that I could get here from my family, I flew all of them here to be in the video. So there's a lot of people that are no longer with us that are in that video. My dad is in that video. Both my
Oh,
grandparents,
cool.
who are gone now. My brother, my mom, aunts and uncles, and the whole band. It was a fun affair. It wasn't just a video shoot. It really ended up being kind of like just a backyard hang, on the water. And it was a lot of fun. I'm so grateful for that song. Grateful to Marcus Hummon and Tommy Sims for writing that song. Tommy Sims, your brother, Tony.
My big brother, yeah,
Yep.
brother from another mother for sure.
We loved your intimate show at Green Bay. Oh yes, the Green Bay show last year was so cool. It was kind of an in the round show, kind of a storyteller show, and man, it was one of the greatest sing-alongs audiences I've ever played for. Man, you guys sang so loud up there with me. I didn't even have to sing. You guys were singing it all, just loud and proud. So that was a good memory, a good Christmas show memory for sure.
This person said, "Do you play your dad's guitar?"
I do. I have my dad's Les Paul, and I play it on things from time to time. I played it on Imagine That.
Yeah,
I played it on Imagine That. Yeah, but that's the only guitar I have of my dad's, and Joe Glazer fixed it for me and fixed the tuners and fixed the pickup on it, and so it's definitely dialed in, and I get to play it, so it's really cool.
if you can only have one, a gold top Les Paul is a pretty cool one to have.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Favorite song is Someone Else's Star. I love Holiday Inn. Yeah, I love that tune too. You need to sing that
That's
at
great,
Christmas
right?
time. Holiday Inn. Yeah, I should revisit Holiday Inn. I love that song. That would be one to resurrect and start doing again. Good call on that.
One Once Thanksgiving is over in our house, Holiday Inn and I Can't Wait Till Christmas. Those two start getting played. Yep,
Dude, I love both of those. I wrote I Can't Wait Till Christmas. I wrote that with Derek. Wrote that with Derek George.
I believe it. It sounds
And I
like that.
sang that in this room also. I sang that right here. So maybe I just needed that. A lot of stuff, a lot of great stuff. Maybe we should have all our meetings and everything in here from now on because all the
From
stuff
now
has
on,
happened here.
you should though. You should make a list. Just write out everything you've done in that room. We should put it up on the wall so you can remember all of that. It's kind of neat.
Good, definitely for sure. Ship Shawana, Ship Shawana. I hope I'm saying it right. Yes, I am there. I think isn't it December 11th, Indiana, Ship Shawana, Indiana, and that
Let me look at it.
also is with Terry Clark too. I think I'm pretty sure.
That's correct. Friday, December 11th. Shipshawana.
Yes, and that was a September date, but it got moved. It got rescheduled to December. So,
That'll be
yeah,
at the Bluegate Performing Arts Center. Yep.
yep. And then another show I'm really looking forward to. I love doing shows with these guys because they're longtime friends of mine, and I've done about 3 dates with them over the past year and a half. Is Sawyer Brown. I'm playing in I think it's Louisville, Kentucky, in November sometime. I don't know the actual date, but I think it's in November.
Saturday, November 14th,
November 14th. Okay. Yep. I will be at, is it the Palace or something like that?
the Louisville Palace.
Louisville Palace. All right. I can't wait for that one just because I love hanging with those guys and they are just awesome people, longtime friends, and just it's a fun hang. So
Well, this Thursday night, you're going to be in Atmore, Alabama. This Friday night, you're going to be in Tennessee. I don't want to mispronounce the city. How do you say it?
I think it's Etowah. I've had multiple
Etowah.
fans message me and say, and they even sent me a voice memo, and they pronounced it for me, so it's Etowah. But there
Etowah
may
it
be
is.
there
Okay.
may be somebody out there that's like, no, that's not it. So,
Well, what about this? What if we threw it out there and said, if anybody is in the general area of Etowah and wants a couple of free tickets to the show, maybe they could just drop it in the chat here and let us know that that proximity might work for them. And
perfect.
I think I think we'd love to give away a couple of tickets, right?
Yeah, maybe what they can do is in the chat they can just type the city of the show, and we'll see it
Mm-hmm.
and we'll respond. Uh, is there a way for us to hit them back? That's the thing. Do they need to put a an email in there, or or can we still reach out to them and get the tickets to them without having to do that? I don't know.
I think we could do it two ways. Either we can go through their channel and message them, or if you don't have faith in us in that way, which maybe you'd be right to do, you could also email us at that same email address, which is Brian White Tour at proton, proton dot me, me. So Brian White Tour at proton dot me, and just say, hey, I'm the person from the YouTube chat that won the free tickets, and we will hook you up. So one way or the other, we'll get them to you. So that's for Friday night, Etowah, Tennessee. If you can make that show, let us know. We're going to give you some tickets. And the same thing for this Saturday night, July 11th, in Winterville, Georgia. If you are in that proximity and Winterville, Georgia show would work for you, same thing. Drop it here, and we're going to give away a couple of tickets for this Saturday night's show. You'll get to meet Brian. You'll get an autograph. You can take a picture and all that fun stuff too. So just drop it in the chat. I already see one right here, Brian, Etowah, Tennessee.
All right. So
Yep,
apparently we said it
awesome.
right. Right on.
Maybe.
And then we'll be doing some more ticket giveaways in the shows to come as well. So just kind of stay in the circle with us, and we'll try to make those announcements every now and then, that so you can kind of see which ones we're giving tickets away to. So
We're going to be trying to do a little bit of a better job of connecting with y'all, the fans, at least, monthly, and just saying, hey, here's what's coming up this month, and just wanting y'all to put eyes on it, be aware. Maybe we're coming near you, so we're going
yep.
to try to do more of this more regularly.
Yeah, and maybe something too, if there's something you guys want to see or hear about, or a specific thing that we haven't really done much of that you'd like to see, um, please let us know, because I want you guys to have fun when you're on all these socials, and so if there's something that you'd like to see or hear about more, please let us know.
And for clarity's sake, too, because I've had a few people reaching out and asking me recently, you are, correct me if I'm wrong, you are still offering the mentorship program as well. Is that right?
Absolutely. And I've just been, when we post about it, I say, we just say, for more info, just DM us, and we'll get you directed to the right spot. And for anybody that hasn't done a mentorship session with me, it's really easy. It's just a Zoom call, and it's an hour with me, and our assistants will get me the questions beforehand so I can kind of get associated with the questions they want to know about, or with regards to songwriting or touring or trying to develop their craft as an artist on the road. And I'm happy to talk about all those things. I always tell them I don't know everything, but I have a lot of experiences over the past 30 years. And when I'm answering questions, I'm not always giving ultimatums. I'm just saying, well, here's one way you could think about it, and this is what I did, and this is where I made a bad mistake that I learned from. That's so I sort of come at it from my own perspective. So
You and I have talked about that as a younger and up and coming artist, maybe particularly. Boy, can you imagine if you'd had direct access to one of your favorite artists that could help you? I mean,
totally,
that's the coolest thing in the world. I would have loved that so much.
yeah, absolutely, me too.
This person just said, "Are you still? Can I still do a cameo? Are you still doing cameos?"
My Cameo is still very much active. Just
Cool.
it's I think it's Brian White 2020. I think
Hmm.
everybody's favorite year. Um, so just yeah, you can find me. You just go to my Cameo and just look me up. I'm pretty easy to find. So
My question to you is, when do you sleep?
when do I sleep?
Yeah. You got so much going on all the time. It's like, when do you sleep?
Man, I just get it when I can, man.
Yeah.
I uh the bad thing about me is I'm a night owl. I've always been a night owl. You're kind of an early riser, man.
These days, yeah, I've
Yeah,
adapted over time.
yeah. Um, I can do early morning. I mean, once if I know I've got to commit to something and I'm like I need to be up by this time and go ahead and start rocking, I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. But naturally, I'm going to bed at midnight or 1, and I'm if I got to get up at 7 or 8, I'm kind of dragging a little bit. But it's funny. You always feel like by staying up later, you're going to get more done. But in turn, you wear yourself out a little bit more, by doing that. So I need to get better at going to bed
I'm just
early.
saying, being aware of your touring calendar
Yeah.
and the mentorship programs and the cameos and the VIPs and the writing and the session work and the production. When do you sleep? What are you showing me here? What do we got?
It's my favorite drink, man. Waterloos. This is my Waterloo.
Waterloos. Okay.
Get it? This is my Waterloo. Dad jokes. Sorry. Uh, Yeah, man. And even even when I lay down, sometimes your brain just has a hard time shutting down, especially when you're in the middle of two or three projects. You've still got you got three melodies that are wrestling each other for space in your brain, and you're thinking about the edits you did for the day, and you're like, man, maybe I'll try this tomorrow, and your brain's just kind of working overtime. So
This person says, my new tattoo with your writing turned out fantastic.
nice.
You've made a permanent impression.
That is awesome. That is awesome. I've had that happen a million times, so I forgive me for not knowing exactly who it is. I wish I could see your face because I know I would remember you if I saw you, but that is so cool. Congratulations. I'm glad.
This is a cool question. This person said, who are you listening to now that I should check out?
Uh, this may not be what you would expect, but I was just thinking about this today. Sometimes I need a palate change. Sometimes I need a break from hearing a voice singing at me, because I'm usually in that world all the time where I'm hearing a lyric and a melody, and I'm working on comping vocals and putting vocals together. And so, a nice change for me personally, I love a lot of smooth jazz stuff. I've been listening to this guy because of my wife. She turned me on to this guy. His name is Brian Culbertson, and he's a keyboard player, and it just the arrangements and the playing is so good, and that kind of music for me does a lot of things for me. It makes me dream. It makes me chill out a little bit more. It makes me breathe, and it also makes me think of 30A. It makes me think of the beach. That whole smooth jazz vibe is usually
Yeah,
what's going on when you get down there, and it's just cool music. So that's one of them. But in terms of mainstream stuff, I mean, gosh, I listen to Steve Warner all the time. I listen to John Conley. Still love all of Merle Haggard's records. I really love John Mayer a lot, man. I think he's just an incredible songwriter, great singer, great player. Man, there's so many talented people out there, but there's just a little small little snapshot of some folks that I love to listen to. So
that's awesome. Well, what else is on your heart or mind tonight? Anything?
I don't know. Are you talking to me or are you talking to them?
Maybe both.
Yeah, I love your song called "Tree of Hearts." All right, I love that song too. Thanks for mentioning that one. I think that's such a great song. I wish I would have written that one. I always think about recording the vocals for that song. I recorded the vocals for that song in Los Angeles, um, and it was speaking of getting no sleep. Um, I didn't get any sleep hardly at all the night before, and I went in and did that vocal the next morning on like literally fumes. I didn't have much sleep at all, and just went in, and it's something about knowing, you know everybody spent money to book that room. You got to show up.
Yeah.
It's like you just it kind of calls you up, and I walked in and sang it in probably 3 hours, and knocked it out at Bill Shanae Studios on Lankershim in L.A. And it turned out great. So much great playing on that. I'll tell you a funny story about Tree of Hearts, Tony. You'll appreciate this. So we couldn't. The band was kind of having a hard time figuring out an outro to the arrangement. Like, how do we get out of this? How do we take it? Take How do we take it home? And somebody threw like $100 bill down in the middle of the tracking room and goes, "All right, whoever can come up with a cool outro, $100 right there." And Brent Mason was like Johnny on the spot. I mean, that whole everything that's at the end, that whole bam ba dum bam ba ba that descending line. I mean, it
Yeah.
just came right out of Brent. And I don't know if he wanted that $100 real bad or what, but no, it was just a funny moment. We were like, man, we need an outro, and Brent was like, well, how about this? Ba-da-dum-da-da. But it's funny what you think about, what your trigger what triggers your memory when you think about recordings and songs and stuff like that. So
Well, I'm personally partial to the Tree of Hearts because my wife's hand is in the video.
yep, Tony's wife, she was the beautiful hand in the when they had the tree carving for the song. And I've known Tony's wife for a long time. Tony's wife, uh, her dad worked for my record label for a long time, and so we're all connected. We've been connected for quite some time, and I love his wife. She's amazing. So
Pretty funny. Pretty cool.
yep.
One of my favorite, this person said, one of my favorite songs is your version of God of Wonders. That's a very cool deep cut.
Oh wow. Well, I appreciate that very much. That was a song that was produced by my buddy Michael Curtis. It was for a Time Life worship album, and it was so fun to do. I did all my vocals here at this house. I don't think I did them in this room, but I did them in that room over there. So not far from this room, but uh, it was really the first worship thing I had done, aside
Hmm.
from a gospel project, a solo thing that I did for a country gospel thing that I did, and I was really proud to be part of the Time Life project. We actually got to do a full show at the Ryman where I got to perform that song. So it was really a special night. It was Lenny LeBlanc and Ricky Skaggs and Sonia Isaac and so many unbelievably talented people. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's very cool. That was a great record. I remember when that came out.
Thanks, man. Actually, I think Rebecca Lynn Howard is singing harmony on that with me too. She's quite a singer, man. She's amazing.
Actually, it's Small World kind of thing. I believe on that record, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Ricky Skaggs might have sang "We All Bow Down,"
He did.
which was written by Lenny LeBlanc, right?
I didn't know that. Wow.
Who we just did a show with not long ago, and
Yeah.
I thought that was so cool that he was there. But yeah, I believe he wrote that song.
Wow. I did not know that.
Pretty
Powerful.
pretty
Man, that's a
great,
powerful song, man.
big time.
Will you
This person, yeah, go ahead.
do a full gospel album? I wouldn't never say never on a gospel or Christian project. I've felt that coming on for quite a while. I think it will be probably more like an EP type of thing, and it'll have to be probably hymn centered on hymns because that's the stuff that moves me the most. And it's nothing against modern worship, but I think they'll probably be geared a little bit more toward what I grew up with. But yes, probably somewhere down the road, I plan on doing something like that. Thanks for asking. Look at us, we're having to go like, like getting
Yeah, we're old, old man.
hold on, what's your name? I can't see you right there. Remember that one time when you played that show? I sound like Andy Griggs.
This girl here said, "Bad day to let you go." That's a hot track too.
Dude, I love that song. Thanks for mentioning that. In fact, I don't know if I mentioned this to you, Tony, but that's kind of one that's been sitting on in the back of my mind about revisiting and possibly
Okay,
redoing that one. So you're gonna have to bring out those mad guitar skills on that one too. But thanks for mentioning that.
but
I wrote that with Derek George and Bob DePiro. Bob is legendary songwriter and one of my favorite people to laugh with. Bob's incredible. He was one of the first people when I was really nobody that took me on and allowed me to write songs with him, and I learned so much from him. He wrote "Going, Going, Gone." He wrote "No Doubt About It" for Neil McCoy, and just countless hits. And he used to be married to Pam Tillis. But man, what a great guy! And I loved "Bad Day Let You Go." That was such a cool, funky kind of a rock and roll kind of a vibe. And man, I we all showed up on that one. That was a fun one.
got a hole in my shoe and a bad case of the blues.
Come on. And on top of that, it's raining too. Sounds like Charlie Brown wrote that.
That's so good.
Man.
I see our buddy Beth on here. Hey Beth, good to see you, girl. Glad you're up
Hey,
here.
Beth. Hey, hey. What
This
would you
town, that was a
guys
great
out?
one.
What would you guys? Everybody that's been to any of the shows, especially the theater, one night with Brian White, intimate shows over the past year and a half. What would you guys like to see in that show or hear in that show? And what could we do better to make the show even better than they were. I love hearing feedback on that. What, like, if there's a song they're like, man, we haven't heard you do this one in forever, maybe consider throwing that song in there. I love that kind of feedback, so hit us with some suggestions. One Small Miracle. Okay. Yep. Absolutely. Written by my buddy Steve Warner and Whispering Bill Anderson.
I got a question for you.
Come on.
If you, I Do you have generally maybe a favorite album that you've put out?
A favorite album that
If
I've
you had
put out.
if you had to pick from your catalog, say, this is maybe my favorite album I've done
Well,
as an album.
yeah, I probably would say an album that I was most excited about putting out because I felt like I was finally coming into a place of knowing who I was as an artist and as a singer, and things all were just lining up in that way for me. I just loved every song on this album. I love the aggressiveness of it. I love the musicianship and the production, and it was just kind of it just had a lot of magic on it. And I felt like How Lucky I Am was definitely an album that it felt poised for greatness. You never know what's going to be a hit or if it's going to be a hit at all. But I had a feeling, I just had a good feeling. I loved listening to it. And then, Tony, if you really love listening to something and it's making the hair on your arm stand up, that's really that's the litmus test for us.
Yeah,
So I'd say that one.
that's actually that's my favorite of yours too. That's interesting.
Awesome. And Dan Huff produced 6 tracks on that record, and he came over here to my house every day, and we did vocals till we were blue in the face. And I learned so much, man. Got to ask him questions every day. What was it like working with Michael Jackson, or when you played the solo on, said I loved you, but I lied on Michael Bolton records. I got to ask him everything, and being able to hang out with somebody that experienced and legendary was such
Yeah,
a great experience. And I loved all the tracks he did. Jeff Balding engineered and mixed those records, and they were just top notch. And then Derek and I did the other half of the record, and uh, got to do some things that I hadn't done yet, which was really fun. One of my vocal heroes, Max Carl, and I wrote a song on there, and he sang on it with me, and it was a song called Sherry Ann. And it was just a fun record, and I thought every song on there was great. I felt like any song on there could have been a single. So
agreed. That's awesome. Well, what do you think about giving away a couple of T-shirts?
I'm game. I've got it with me, so you guys can see what they look like here. I'll hold it up. Can you guys see that? Kind of a vintage, kind of a made to look vintage. It's got all the song titles on there, and I'm pretty sure we've got any size. So we're going to give away 2 of these tonight, and I will sign them. Please let me know if you don't want it signed. Not everybody wants their T-shirt signed, and I get that. So um, now we just have to pick somebody, Tony. How do we do
They're nice
this?
and soft too. Say
Yeah,
that.
they are. Are you still
Well,
wear yours, right?
I do. My wife wears hers as well. We're
Awesome.
repping BW, but we're repping BW everywhere we go.
Come on.
Um, I think let's play a game. Should we play a game to win?
Yeah, what should we do?
Well, I'm
Let's
a
just
numbers
do
guy,
this.
you know.
Let's do this. Even though you could probably look this up online, if you want to challenge yourself, don't use your phone if. So I'm going to just say, what city was I born in? Not where did I grow
First one
up?
to get it right.
Yeah, first one that gets it right gets a t-shirt. I don't know how to play the what's the Alex Trebek. I don't know it. Somebody said Oklahoma. Yeah, I see Lawton. Lawton, Oklahoma. Who is that? Blue Sue. Screenshot that. Hey Sue, will you put your name in the chat so we don't lose you there? Did you catch her, Tony?
The first one I'm seeing is Kelly Williamson.
Okay. Well, let's
So why
do
don't we do Kelly and Sue?
perfect. Give one to Kelly, and then give one to Sue. Just got to make sure we get you guys. But congratulations. So yeah, these are awesome T-shirts. By the way, they will be available this weekend uh, at all the shows. But pretty cool. So congratulations to you guys.
And we will also be reaching out to the ticket winners tonight for this weekend's show. So thank you for those of you who popped into the chat to say that you'd be available. We will get in touch with you, and it's going to
How
be an
did we?
awesome
How
weekend.
did we do that? I already forgot. How did we do the ticket winners? Oh, we just said put the name of your city if you're available to come. Put it in the chat. So
Correct. And they're back there. I saw them. So
sweet. Hey, I want to make sure and tell you guys if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, just hit like and subscribe. And we're going to be doing a lot of fun, exciting stuff in this room and doing more giveaways and more fan, connecting and more fan experiences and fun stuff. So make sure and subscribe to the channel. So.
that's right. And in the meantime, go and pre-save Glory of Love. That's going to drop on July the 17th. And if you are curious about the upcoming tour schedule through the rest of the year, all you got to do is go to BryanWhite.com and click the tour tab, and it will show you all of the upcoming available dates. And I bet you anything, we're coming to a city near you soon because calendar is pretty full at this point.
Yeah, this is the busiest I've been in a long time, and it's a good feeling. And when you're doing a live thing like this, you always feel like you're a little bit heightened because you're everybody's trying to be engaging. But I really I have such gratitude, and I never want to come across as cheesy because I've kind of got an internal barometer of being able to sniff out authenticity. So I'm always trying to not come across as pretentious or cheesy at all when I say this, but it has meant so much to me to see all of y'all at these shows over the past year and a half, 2 years, and man, it's just such a great feeling to know that after all these years, and these songs didn't come out yesterday; they've been out for a while, and the fact that you guys want to still come hear that music and sing along with me really means the world to me. So, thank y'all for buying a ticket if you've been to one of these shows. So, you guys are amazing.
Yeah, I think this is a cool season in Bryan White world. As your friend, just to get to watch you in this particular season, as being able to be relaxed and sort of be in the moment and kind of enjoy the time with your fans. Not to say things aren't still crazy, sometimes they are, but
Yep.
it's nice to see you be able to relax a little bit and enjoy this time out there on the road. It's pretty cool.
Man, it's awesome, and I always say people have no idea how much uh, contingency a show being good has on the crowd being there and being amazing. When the crowd is into it and they when you see people smiling and singing with you, it's just a game changer. It's just the best feeling ever. So you guys are
That's right.
amazing. I was
Well,
going to
Bryan, do
say
you have any?
we'll do more giveaways, and also want to let you guys know. I don't know what platform these will happen, but there are going to be a handful of special guests over the next few weeks as well, and I'll try to, when we have a confirmation from them, I'll try to give you guys a heads up so you know who's going to be on with us. That way you can kind of set time aside and set your calendars and make sure and be there with us. So you raised your kids on my music, man. That is awesome. Jesus loves you. So kind. Thank you.
Do you have any final thoughts or words of wisdom before we wrap?
Words of wisdom. No. Um, well, stay perpetually in a state of gratitude. Try to stay in gratitude constantly. Gratitude is the gateway to freedom. It really is. And it's hard to stay there sometimes when you're not having a great day, but that's something I very much try to practice uh, every moment that goes by. Is just trying to stay in gratitude. Thank you, Lord, for whatever. Fill in the blank. My family today. Thank you that I'm not hungry. Thank you that my tank has gas in it. Whatever it is, just stay
Yeah,
grateful. That's what I would say. So,
that's right. I love that. Well, it's been fun. It's been real.
man, I can't wait to see you in Kansas, bro. But I'll see you at the airport in Atlanta. That's gonna be fun, man.
That's right. I'm ready. You ready? I'm ready.
Yep. What guitar are you bringing? I never know. You've
You
got a
never,
new guitar every week, man. This guy
you never can tell.
he has an addiction problem with guitars. It's like he's just constantly buying guitars. And see, mine's coffee. Mine's a lot cheaper. my, my addiction's a lot cheaper.
I tell my wife, look, it could be worse. I could be a golfer.
This is true.
My guitar, my guitars make me money at least, right?
There you go. Yeah. Yep. That's great, man.
All right, Brian. Always cool to spend time with you, brother. This was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to the dates ahead. And to all the fans, come on out if you can make it. Pre-save Gloria Love. It's gonna rock your world. Brian, thank you for your time.
You too, man. And hey, thank you again to all of you out there for coming onto the channel tonight. And make sure and subscribe and help this thing continue to grow. And thank you to all the fans all around the world. Love all you guys.
We'll see you later, bro.
All right. Take care, guys.
Adios, amigos.
Take care, guys.